We're here today because my brother and I have started a project and we're looking for funding. And the project is based on the legacy that our mother left us. We grew up with a pretty special mother, but we thought that she was just your average mom. At a memorial, we were approached by several people that shared with us testimonials that stayed with us and hit us so hard that it got us to thinking and talking about reaching out to all of them individually and meeting up with them and interviewing them. We captured the lessons that they learned from her, the little nuggets of wisdom that she passed on that helped transform their lives. And these were things that stayed with them their whole life, that even though they didn't see her for years on end, they were able to tap into it, some little lesson that Margie had passed on, and they could use it in a crisis. And we were floored when we learned that. So through the interview process and transcribing the interviews, we realized that we had something that could become a book. And there's so many serendipitous moments that have occurred since then that there are too many to get into. They've just happened every which way. The book is called Love, Care and Share, and it's resonating with souls. People feel that they have met Margie through reading it. They feel like she's a member of their family. They can turn to her. They wonder to themselves, what would Margie do? And some of them have actually gone away from book signings, gone into their car, put their nose in the book and come back into the book signing to find us, to actually embrace us and thank us. It's as if we're passing on her love. We found ourselves at the table with a director-producer who's an Emmy Award-winning filmmaker, and our screenwriter, based out of Santa Monica, assisted a foreign film to achieve an Oscar, and he's a global educator in screenwriting. We also have on board a very accomplished line producer who has formulated the budget. All of these people have come to the table because Margie is working from the other side. And we have titled the screenplay Second Line West because that was our family home. It was the home that we lived in before we lost our father suddenly and tragically, which left our mother as a widow with 4 children to feed and no resume. She had elementary school background. She literally left Nova Scotia and came to Ontario when she was 11, but she could pass for 18, and she started working in a canning factory. But like any mother, she bestowed love on us and taught us by example and bestowed lessons on us, but we really realized at the memorial that there was a little something else going on. We had to share our mother at a very young age. After our father died, she was in the basement drinking at night because she couldn't sleep. She would be down there almost every night. She would function during the day and make sure we had lunches and we got off to school and to everything we needed to get to. And she would manage to pay the bills, working 3 jobs, and be exhausted beyond description. She would actually have dark moments even after she got sober just because of the heavy load. And one night she was tempted to go back to drinking. And she found herself in her vehicle coming home, and a white light filled her car. And she felt like she was visited by something that some may call God, some may call source energy, the universe. Something immense spoke to her and lifted her up and made her recognize that she had to turn to herself inside and share that light outward, share that love with anyone that she felt needed it. She came home. She found herself in the driveway. She literally said that it was as if something took over the steering wheel. And when she came to, if you will, she was in our driveway, parked right beside the house. And she came inside of the house, and all of us could tell something had happened. She had flush in her cheeks and her eyes were sparkling blue, and she just had this calm about her, this peace that had come over her. And it was as if she'd turned the corner. And it was what we fed off of to draw strength from her. It built up all of our confidence, and she just never felt like her tank was empty ever again. And this is where it's brought us today. We want to carry on this message and we want to share it with people. We know that it can heal people because we've seen it in real life right now. Just through reading the book, incredible souls have come into our path, and we know that it's Margie working from the other side. We're just absolutely convinced of it. And she had a saying, she called it God incidents. There was no such thing as coincidence to Margie. It was all about God, and if you didn't like the word God, she would still want to reach you, and she would say, what about good orderly direction? And she actually taught us to go within or we go without. And she taught us to reach out to someone, be aware, you know, look at your surroundings. Notice if there's someone that just might need a little attention. Because when she would sit down with you, she would give you her undivided attention, and there was no one else in the room. And she would give you eye contact that would just pour love into you. And so we want to help to bring this to as many people as we can. We need the funding, and we really look forward to taking this message as far as we can. And who knows, maybe even starting a Margie movement, because many have coined that phrase already. And after all, Margie would say, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so we need to take good care of ourselves and forgive ourselves. And once we do that, we're able to actually pour our love outward onto others. And I think in today's climate and how we feel traumatized by news every day and what's going on, everyone could use a little bit of Margie light and magic. Please help us make this inspirational film by donating or investing in our production. By participating, you will make a difference and leave your own legacy, helping to teach people how to love.